Today we're going to talk about a topic that's very important. It's called vitamins. Vitamins are the spark plugs of energy, vitality, and metabolism. And so when you most people are thinking about, well, everybody needs vitamins, but where do you get them? Of course, traditionally it was from fruits and vegetables, but what's happened in our modern farming is most of the food that's present, we have less than 30, 40%, sometimes even less than 10% of the vitamins that was present in our food from, say, just 100 years ago. Major drops, and that has to do with the soil. So our soil nowadays, okay, is depleted because of monoculture farming. So, you know, at the turn of the century, 70% of the population was farming. Now it's just a fraction of a percentage that are farming nowadays, and it's big industrial farming. So typically, it's very difficult to get a lot of vitamins in there because they're using a lot of products to increase yield. So where does that leave you? It leaves you depleted in energy, and that's what sets people up prone to kind of go to the foods and things that they don't like or that aren't so good for them. We talked about that in one of the other lessons, the sugars and the food cravings. When you're vitamin deficient, particularly B vitamins, B vitamins are a big one because those are the real energy metabolizers. And just so you understand, a lot of people say, well, I can just take my vitamins. Well, the source of your vitamins is a very critical factor. And just to give you an understanding, here's how your body works. In order for you to get vitamins, there's a whole chain process that happens. You need enzymes to get your protein. And this is actually, we're going to put over here, this is amino acids. And you're going, what does this have to do with vitamins? Just bear with me. Enzymes to get your protein. Protein to get your minerals. We talked about minerals in the last lesson. And then minerals to get your vitamins. This is the chain that has to occur in order for you to fully metabolize and utilize your vitamins. Because remember, it's not about how much goes inside the body, right? Like remember that the diagram where we talked about digestion. It's not how much goes into the body. It's how much gets absorbed by your cells. You can take all the vitamins you want, and there's a lot of cheap manufactured synthesized vitamins. So one thing is you want to avoid synthesized. Not our vitamins. We'll put a synthesized vitamins. Oh, VITs. You want to avoid those. And those are typically sold in a lot of drugstores and that sort of stuff. The reason why they're synthesizing them is because you can get a patent on a synthesized vitamin. You can't get that on a whole food product. So always whole food products. The formulation should at the very least be in a capsule, but ideally in a liquid. So for example, all of our products, so here's our vitamins, for example. Here's Primergen. This is our Primergen product. If you look on it, not only does it contain all the major vitamins, B's and A's and D's and all that sort of stuff. D is a big one. It also has the essential amino acids right here and the essential minerals to ensure that you get this inside the cell where you need it. So if you don't have anything in this chain, guess what? You don't get your vitamins. Doesn't matter how much you take. So it's all about absorption. And again, the ultimate delivery system is fulvic acid. And review our other lesson on delivery systems. So our whole products line kind of comes into this feature. Let me get the monoculture out of there because that has nothing to do with our products. It's the reason why people need our products is because monoculture doesn't give us vitamins and minerals. So that's the format that you want to use. And what's interesting is particularly with B vitamins and things like that, okay, you're looking at, do you want stuff that you can, because you can see, that's going to give you a B color. Let me just put that into my trusty water. So again, we go back to dropping. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because that's one pound per kilo. or 1 pound, excuse me, 1 drop for every 10 kilos. You can start to see that swirl around here. The coloring is going to be the B vitamins. Tastes great. Now, what's interesting is with our formulations, we're about 4,000 times smaller than what you would get in a regular vitamin, like in a pill or a powder or a capsule or a caplet. Okay, that's 4,000 times smaller. What does that mean? These smaller molecules penetrate into the cell much easier. They also absorb in the water much better, so they become emulsified and get delivered into the system. Now, what's interesting is all our products are standalone. Our vitamins, our minerals, our enzymes, our probiotics, they all stand alone. But if you use them together, they work simultaneously, or they're a synchronization. So you get the synergy effect. And if you understand synergy means the summation, the whole is greater than the summation of the parts. In other words, when you put them all together, it's like instead of just having a violin and a drum and a trombone and a trumpet and some flutes, you put them all together and you get a symphony. You get a symphony of the things that make your body light and whole and functional. And that's what we're creating. We've synthesized these products so that you get a complete symphony orchestra playing inside every one of your cells as you go through this process. And that's why we're so excited for you to engage in this process and to understand that when it comes to vitamins, and the same thing for minerals, smaller is better, liquid is better, a special delivery system is better, and then finally you want dose specific. And why do we want dose specific? Very simple. A 300-pound lineman is going to need a different amount of vitamins and minerals than a 90-pound grandmother. And one of the big things that I think, and also the level of output, if we remember our bucket theory, the exhaust rate that's coming out of your body is also going to make a huge difference in how much you're using. So if you're going through a stressful time, you want to load up on your extra vitamins for Bs. If you're sweating a lot, you're in a hot climate like we're here in the desert, you're going to need extra minerals because you're sweating out minerals. If you're going through an illness, you might want to jack up more enzymes. If you're training really hard, you're going to need more protein. And if you're being subjected to travel and those things, you want to up the probiotics. So that's how the whole thing works together. So just understand that just taking vitamins alone, you want to make sure that your vitamin formulation has all that. We've covered it with the BiOptimizers Primergen V. That's the product, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson today. If you have some questions, be sure to post on the BiOptimizers website. We can give you the breakdown of all the products, what's in it, what they do, and that sort of thing, and answer your specific questions. And I look forward to seeing you on the next lesson.